Welcome back to another episode of the Tip for Tap podcast. It's going to be episode 29. Today's going to be me and Max. Today we're going to talk about Game 6 reactions to, the Celtics and Heat series that's still going after last night. It was a crazy ending last night. Derrick White with a putback to win the game. Some controversial calls. Social media is blowing up over it over the last seconds of that game. Duncan Robinson missed a few shots down the stretch. The Jimmy Butler foul, all that stuff. And then I think we're going to have an NBA all-time second-round draft. So we're going to be building teams using just players that were drafted in the second round. And then after that, I think we're going to dive into some NFL stuff. We got Deandre Hopkins being released. So some landing spots for Deandre Hopkins that we'll love to see him go to. And then we have an NFL QB tier list heading into next season. And finally, we have schedule predictions for the AFC North. Me and Max going to pick two teams. And then we're going to predict their schedule for the rest of the year or next year. Before we start getting to the episode, though, Max, how you doing? I know you went to Ohio a few days ago.
Yeah,
how was that?
Good. I was with family for the Memorial Day weekend, so it was good to see family. But good to be back. Get back to work this week. Get back with the podcast. So I don't know, the Eastern Conference Finals. It's whatever. I'm just really worried about the finals at this point in time. So I'm not saying I'm tuning out basketball because I'm not, but I'm really not checking into it as much until the finals. I'm excited. Whoever it's going to be, we'll talk about it in a second. We think it's going to be, but I'm excited. I think Denver's the best team right now, so I'm just excited to see Denver back on the floor. So I'm excited to watch some basketball coming up here soon.
All right, so Game 6 was crazy, bro. Watching that whole game, I don't know how much you caught of it, but I was watching the entire time. It was a stark contrast in shooting from both teams. The Heat was extremely hot from three, but they could not get anything from two, and it was the exact opposite for the Celtics. They were good, like as far as driving to the basket, getting to the free throw line, but they could not hit a single three. They went 7 for 35 and still won a game, which is really rare. I think there was the first time, so it was like 89-0 where a team shot like over like 50% from the field or something like that, and then like a high percentage from three, and then they scored from three and lost the game. It was some weird shit like that, but it was like 89-0, and the Celtics were that one. And this whole entire run for the Celtics, past three games, have been something of history. I mean, I think 4 teams have made it to Game 7 after being down 3-0. And
it's 100. I think it's 159 to 0.
No, it's 151 and 0 as far as the being up 3-0.
I thought it was 159.
Yeah, so the Celtics will be the first team in history to come back from Game 7, and I think they're going to do it. Watching that game last night, it was so many chances for Heat to win, and the fact that was Game 6 on their home floor where they could have closed it out. It's insane. They didn't close it out, and I think that's going to be in a series for them. So I have to keep the same injury I have for Philly. Game 6 on your home floor, you don't close it out. You had the opportunity to close it out, you don't get it done. Game 7 in Boston floor, where Jason Tatum always shows up whenever you need him. I feel like the Celtics are going to win that. They're not going to shoot that back from three again, I don't think. Jimmy Butler had a terrible showing. At one point, he was like 4 for 20. In the fourth quarter, he got it going from the foul line, and it made some shots down the stretch, especially at the foul line. But for the majority of the game, Jimmy Butler was terrible. And especially since he's been guaranteeing wins in Game 5 and Game 6, and they come out and have that type of game is embarrassing. If they lose this series, it's going to be very, very embarrassing. I don't care how far they got. I don't care that they beat Milwaukee. I don't care that they beat the Knicks. You the first team to blow a 3-0 lead. We're going to have some conversations because everybody loved to praise Jimmy Butler about him being this great playoff performer, which, and to give it to this credit, he kind of is. But blowing a 3-0 lead, that would be like, that's monumental. And I think a lot of conversations around Jimmy Butler would change after blowing that lead because you had 4 chances to close it out, and you did it. It's really embarrassing from a team aspect. I think a lot of major moves will be made in the offseason if they end up blowing this lead.
I disagree. So I agree. I think Boston will close it out in Game 7. I agree with that. I disagree with this being such a monumental collapse on Miami's part. Trust me, like 3-0, never done before. Like, it's going to be the first time ever. But
this would be the greatest collapse in NBA history, bro.
But that's the thing. It shouldn't have, like, I'm not going to take the spot, but Boston has the better players. I think Miami's a better cohesive team, right? They're a better unit. But Boston has the better players. Boston should have won this on paper from the beginning, right? Like, Boston has the talent to do it.
I keep seeing people say that. That's not.
Like, I don't like how Bam and Jimmy and like some of them are talking like, oh, there's no pressure because no one thought we gave him in the first place. Like, no, if you're up 3-0, play like you're the best team. Close it out. Like, I think the two closeout games for them were Game 4 and Game 6. They had 2 chances to close it out on their home floor. I'm not going to say they had no chance because they obviously have a chance, but I'm really thinking Boston's got all the momentum. They're playing at home. Tatum, I think, you see him in the locker room after the game, right? Like that, like the fist pump. He's talking. He's like, I've never been so excited to go back to Boston in my life. Like, Boston's on cloud nine. Like, again, you got to lock in and prepare for the game. You can't just be excited the whole time. But like, Boston's got, I'm not gonna say they got nothing to lose, but they've made it this way. Like, they made it this far. They just got to finish it up. Miami, I think I get it. 3-0, come be down 3-0 is tough, but like, it's just a one-game series after it's a one-game series in Game 4 for Boston. They got to win. One-game series in Game 5, got to win. One-game series in Game 6, and every single time they win because they have the better players. No one's really broke out. They've played as a unit, right? Like Tatum hasn't gone off for this crazy game. Jaylen Brown hasn't gone off for this crazy game. It's been surprising to see. We talked about coaching being such a big factor. Mazzulla's held his own. Obviously on that last play. I don't know if it was actually a drawn-up play.
They denied Tatum the ball. They denied Tatum the ball, so that was not for Marcus Smart to get.
But it was something where it's like the shot was whatever. The shot was made, but the way that Derek White and Tatum both crashed the basket at the end, like no matter where the ball went off, Tatum would have got it or Derek White would have got it. So like I agree. I think it could I don't think the play was drawn up, but someone's like, oh, great play designed by Mazzulla, like whatever. But yeah, like I don't know. I don't think it's as much of a collapse just because like Miami shouldn't have won this series in the first place. I guess being up 3 is a different story, but I would be very sad if like the whole takeaway from this whole season for Miami is like, oh, you blew a 3-0 lead. Not you were I don't even know. Are they the first 8 seed to go to the conference finals?
No, not at all. Not at all.
Who's the first 8 seed to go to the conference finals?
I know there's been 8. I don't know by him. I know this is not the first time it happened.
Like, I don't know.
That's the reason. That's the reason
that the finals.
I think they have. I think the AC has been to the finals as well because I think it wouldn't even be like as far as why their season will be remembered this bad is because AC has made the Eastern Conference Finals before, and it's like no one has ever lost a 3-0 series. That's why it's such a collapse. You have 4 chances to do it, and not to mention Jimmy Butler has played bad in every single game.
Only 1 8 seeds made the finals,
right? And it's probably been more than that for the ECF. It definitely been more than that for the ECF. That's why I say it's such a collapse. You had 4 chances to do it. Jimmy Butler played bad throughout the entire stretch of the past 3 games. Jimmy Butler has not played well. Tatum has outplayed him, especially last night. He was terrible. So I don't know.
This is the last. They are the last team since 1999. It looks like. So last team in 20 years to make it. I can't see past that. They're just talking about the Knicks making the finals, but I get it, right? You can say whatever you want, right? Giannis got injured. They played a weak Knicks team. Like, you can say what you want, right? They still have a chance to win it tomorrow, right? If they win it tomorrow, I think it'd be the most ironic thing of all time, right? They could have closed it out in Game 4, 5, and 6, and they just waited until the end to close it out. But yeah, I don't know. It's obviously, don't get me wrong, it's crazy that they lose it, but I don't think it's as monumental. Like, I don't know. It
has to be. It's the first time it ever happened in history. How is it not monumental? It's literally by definition, it's monumental, bro.
Would you think it's crazy though if the Timberwolves were up 3-0 against the Nuggets and the Nuggets came back and won 4 straight?
Yes, regardless of the situation. It does not matter because how did you get up 3-0 in the first place? It wasn't any major injuries or anything like that. Gabe Vincent got injured in Game 5, but like he missed Game 5. But it hasn't been no major injuries for it. But from the time they went up 3-0 until the time it got to Game 7, no major injuries. So what really changed? Nothing changed. The better team is winning. But we're not going to act like that's not a monumental collapse because all you got to do is win one more game. You got 4 chances to win one more game, and they did not do it. So I don't care what they haven't done it. So if they lose the series, it's the biggest collapse in NBA history. I don't care about the teams.
So hold on, would this be a bigger collapse than the Warriors up 3-1 over LeBron?
Yes. How is it not? 3-0 is way worse than 3-1. That's
the Warriors arguably had a better team. It's a 1-game difference, but the Warriors had a better team. And they had 2 games on home floor. You had Game 5 and Game 7 to close it out on home floor. They still had 2 chances to close it out on home floor, so the home court advantage isn't an issue. The game Draymond was 'Game 6. So
they had Bogey got injured and Draymond got suspended. That's 2. That's they
Game
have
6.
At least
Game 6.
some
Game
excuses.
6. I'm saying that's Game 6 though. On the 2 closeout games you should have at home, you lost both times on your home floor when everyone was there.
They lost 4 straight. They would be losing 4 straight games. They could have won easily. And last night they could have won. They were up. They were literally up. They were literally up. What 2 I want to say no.
Yeah.
One, they were up one. Like all you had to do was box out.
Left. Yeah,
all you had to do was box out and not let Derek White get a putback or something like that. Like, what are we doing? I'm not giving Jimmy Butler a pass. He's gonna hear some crazy slander from me because I'm ready. He's gonna hear some crazy slander from me.
Didn't you just say he was a top 10 NBA player like 2 episodes ago?
No, he is, but I was pushing. I was pushing him over Tatum, and now I can't say that anymore if he beats Moses. There's no way he's over Tatum. There's no way he's over Tatum. That's wrong with NBA discourse, and I participate in that. We are so reactionary.
We are so quick.
Yeah, so quick to push people over each other after seeing stuff. But I think Jimmy Butler is still one of the best players in the league. But I'm not saying he's better than Tatum if he blows this. No way, no how. Even though this team should never been here in the first place, you have to win a game up 3-0. You have to, bro. So yeah, Game 7 predictions. I got the Heat. And I'm not Game 7. I got the Celtics. Game 7. I got the Celtics, and I think it might be a blowout. I'm not gonna lie. I think it might be a blowout. I think it's gonna be a blowout.
Yeah, I think so as well. Like I think
I can see a blowout because first of all,
I could definitely I could definitely see it. I could definitely see them just killing.
Celtics have momentum. But, like how gut-wrenching of a loss it has to be. Like up 1 and 3 seconds left, you don't box out and you lose. You had a chance to go to the finals. That's so gut-wrenching. Like, and the Celtics have the momentum, but the bottom line. Go ahead.
No, I guess I feel like it might be a blowout, but I feel like Jimmy will put up a 40-point game, 45-point game.
Yeah, that's what they said. They said about that in Game 6 too. They said that in Game 6. He didn't do it. Like he hasn't.
But I'm just saying, like,
for 3 games.
I think people were saying they were going to win. He was going to do it. I think Boston will win handily, but I think Jimmy will put up some last-ditch effort.
Yeah, I can see it. Maybe. But the bottom line is whoever goes to the finals is getting swept. I mean, not getting swept. They're getting smacked by the Nuggets. I feel like either team is. I can see the Celtics probably taking the 6 or 7, but the Heat is probably gonna lose in 5. Like both of these teams having to go to Game 7, a gut-wrenching series. Their legs gonna be really dead. When you see the Nuggets over there chilling for 10 days, and they gonna have so much rest. Their legs gonna be fresh. All that. Jokic is the best player in the world, bro. I swear they're gonna kill whoever they see.
No matter what happened, Miami, whatever, had a mental lapse for 3 games. Boston had a mental lapse for 3 games. Denver will not let you breathe off that. You know what I mean? You lose 3 games at Denver. I'm sorry, you're out in 4. You're out in 5. We saw that with LA, right? Like you lose 3 games, like it's not like, oh, let me get this back. No, like you can't even arguably lose 2 games. Like if Denver wins both games at home. In the first 2 games, like then it pressure's on you. Got the second best player in the world coming to your home floor. Like you can't do that. You got to try and steal one. Like
the Celtics be a much harder series because I didn't even know that the Celtics have home court advantage against the Nuggets. I didn't even know that, but they do. They have a better record than the regular season. That's crazy. Yeah. I didn't know that, but they do. So if the Celtics do make the finals, they'll bode well for them. They will be tired. I think they probably will lose Game 1. But they probably come out really, really sluggish. But
Boston's home court advantage hasn't mattered this entire playoffs. They've lost majority of their games at home. They've lost whatever. They lost 1 to Atlanta. They lost 2 to Philly. They lost 2 to Miami. Like you do that to Denver, Denver's beating you in 5. Like if they lose one game to Denver, like it's in 5 or 6, like easy. So I think like the home court advantage thing, definitely I think Boston would rather play 4 games than Boston. But I don't know. I've been slandering Denver this entire playoffs. Like I haven't thought they were up to whatever. I thought you beat a weak Suns team. You beat the Timberwolves. Who cares? Thought they'd get beat by the Lakers. Denver's just looked better and better every playoff series, and Jokic just seems more and more determined. So I don't know. I don't defensively. Do you think some mix of Al Horford and Robert Williams could stop him? I don't know. I don't think they're both going to be fast enough.
No. I think Jokic just dominated Anthony Davis. I don't think Robert Williams or Al Horford is going to stop him because he doesn't even need to score. He can facilitate. He can affect the game in so many ways. And I just don't think they have the bodies theoretically. On paper, they have the bodies. They have 2 great bigs they can defend. But Jokic is clearly the best player in the world. I think he's going to eat regardless. He just ate on Anthony Davis, who's the best defender in the league. So I'm not going to go out on a limb and say Al Horford and Robert Williams will give him problems. No, I'm not saying that. No. I think he's going to eat with whoever he faces. I think he'll be impactful against whoever he faces.
I don't know. Like with the teams left, I don't want Boston to win. I would love a Miami-Denver final, but I don't really care. I just want Denver to win it. Like, I just want Jokic to finally get his flowers. Like, just end this season off. Like, let Jokic get a championship and let's go to next season. I really don't want to mess around with Boston. I don't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not rooting for anybody. I really don't care who wins this final. I'm just hoping for some good basketball. That's what I would say.
You need Jokic to win the finals to fit your little best player in the world. To fit your best player in the world narrative.
He is the best player in the world, regardless. I think he's probably the best player in the world, regardless if he wins this or not. Honestly, but I mean,
I don't know.
I ain't gonna lie. I have no doubt in my mind that he's winning this. I'm very, very confident. I'm probably gonna bet on it. But they're probably gonna be the. You said what?
I want to think so too. I want to think so too. But every time I get way too confident, I always mess up. So I'm not gonna say anything crazy. I don't know, but I do think Denver was gonna win.
If they let's say he doesn't win, I'm still pushing that he's the best. He's better than Giannis. I feel like he just showing it too much. I feel like I wasn't watching that first. I didn't catch that many Denver games this year. I'm not gonna act like I did, but because who wants to watch?
They're a quiet team. They're a quiet team.
Yeah,
they're a good team, but they've just been quiet all year. 3. Do you have Steph Curry 3 all time or right, currently? Right, you got the Curry 3.
I do have Steph Curry 3 right now.
Okay.
Okay. But speaking of Nikola Jokic, let's get into the building a team with only second round picks. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna draft 5 players. We're gonna build a team with only second round picks. So let's get into this. So I don't know how you want to do the first. I don't know how we're gonna do who gets the first pick. But how you want to ask Siri? We're gonna do numbers.
Ask Siri heads or tails. Do numbers. It don't matter.
All right, so let's do heads or tails. Heads or tails. So you want heads or tails?
You call it. I don't want to do it. Heads.
I'll get tails. I'll get heads.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, you said tails. I said heads. Cool.
Hey Siri. Heads or tails?
I can't see it. What does it say? Tails?
Yes.
Does it say tails?
Yes. All right, I get the first overall pick, bro. All right, that's good. That's good. All right, that's great because I love that. I love that. Okay.
All right, pick your guy.
I already know. I just want to get. I gotta get my notes ready.
Dang, I didn't want this. Now it puts me in a tough spot.
All right. With the first overall pick, I'm going to select Nikola Jokic. Oh man, obviously, greatest second round pick of all time. What can I say? We're gonna do 5 players. Let's do 5 players, bro.
Yeah, that's fine. All right. So I am building a team, and we're picking the prime careers. These guys, right? Prime's their career.
Yeah, go ahead. Do whatever you want. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. With my first overall pick, I'm picking Manu Ginobili. I'm sorry, okay. I had to pick Manu. I had to.
Yeah, of course.
I think it was kind of like whatever. Whether you think he is or not, you got to pick him. Now this is where it gets tough because I really want to pick one guy, but I don't want to get laughed at for him. But I feel like if he goes on your team, then it's kind of disgusting. So with my second overall pick, I will select Draymond Green.
Yeah. Yeah, that's my pick. I'm not gonna lie. I was taking him.
Good. Okay,
let's make it sure. Because for his defense, playmaking, that'll be almost probably a perfect pick around with Jokic. That'd probably be perfect.
Yeah.
Pick, ironically, I got some names here. I don't want to select Dennis Rodman though. I'm not gonna lie. He's 4th on my list, but I don't want to select him.
That would be bad. I'm sorry, that would not be bad. Because Jokic can spread the floor. Rodman could shoot the ball. He can't shoot. He cannot.
Rodman can't. Rodman is a negative on offense, bro.
But imagine you're rebounding. Oh my gosh. No one ever get a board. You get everything. You get back-to-back picks.
1 second, bro. Yeah. I understand that. All right. With my second pick, I'm gonna take Marc Gasol. Yeah, bro.
I hate the fit. You're only picking him, taking for me because I hate the fit personally.
Honestly, not really. I feel like Marc Gasol and he probably, bro. That's it because Jokic should do the passing and all that stuff. Both of them are very good passers. Gasol is a very good defender. So it's still a big lineup.
I would have gone guard. I'm sorry. I would have gone guard.
I got Tony Kukoc here. Chris Middleton, Michael Redd, Gilbert Arenas, man, and there he is.
What'd you pick?
With my 3rd overall pick, I'm gonna select Gilbert Arenas.
Okay, thank you. This is how I thought it was gonna go. Now you made my choice of point guard for me, and I get the guy I want. So with my 3rd overall pick, I'm gonna go with Mark Price at my point guard position.
Yeah.
All right. And with my 4th overall pick, I'm going to go with Michael Redd. I skipped Chris Middleton. I'm going with Michael Redd.
They're the same player, bro. Almost.
Huh? Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
almost like
saying.
the same player.
Michael Redd, I just remember him from being a sniper in Milwaukee.
Yeah,
Chris
Jokic,
Middleton
Marc
was good.
Gasol. Three is gonna be Jokic, Marc Gasol. That guy who else? Gilbert Arenas.
Mm-hmm.
Four, I don't know who I'm taking yet. So I think I know who I'm taking now.
I love my team.
All right, so what I need is probably a shooting guard and a small forward, huh? Got Bogdan, got Bogdanovich. Yes. All right. With my fourth pick, I'm going to take – my bad. Hold on. With my fourth pick, I'm going to take Chris Middleton. Yep, Chris Middleton. I'll take him.
Can we please do a six-man? Because I realize you're forgetting about someone, and I need to throw someone on my bench.
I'm not forgetting about someone. I promise you I'm not. I just don't know. I need a small forward, and I'm trying to see. Well, actually, I need a shooting guard.
Please, can we do a six-man?
I'm going big. My line must be really big. Let me see.
Can we do six-man, please? Please.
I'm not forgetting about him. I'm about to select him, bro. You calm down.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. I'm about to put him in a shooting guard, even though he doesn't fit. Michael Redd. With my fifth pick, I'm gonna take Tony Kukoc.
That's what I'm saying. Please, can we do a six-man? Please, can we do a six-man?
All right, we can do six-man, bro. Whatever.
Please. Okay. With my fifth pick, I'm selecting DeAndre Jordan.
Okay.
And then with my sixth pick as my sixth man, I'm selecting Alex English.
Bruh, I wasn't worried about him. I saw him. I'm not worried about Alex English, bro. He cool. He all right.
So disrespectful. 30-point scorer. He's a 30-point per game scorer, man. Don't disrespect.
Tony Kukoc is my. I can bring Tony Kukoc off the bench. I just need a two guard now. Chris Middleton, Michael Redd, Gilbert Arenas, Carlos Boozer, Kyle Korver. Kyle Korver would be nice. I got Lou Williams, Monte Ellis, Paul Millsap, DeAndre Jordan, Danny Green. Isaiah Thomas is on here too. Norman Powell, Malcolm Brogdon. Just to name a few second round picks, notable ones. But I'm probably going to take,
Jeff Hornacek.
Bro, that's not my time. Wait, wasn't he on the? I don't think about Dunleavy. Dunleavy used to be that. Hey, Dunleavy used to be that guy back in the day. Dang, because I could look and take Jalen Brunson, but with my sixth pick, I'm going to take Kyle Korver. Yeah, that's my team. So my team is Jokic.
I love my team. Sorry, my fault.
My team is Jokic, Marc Gasol, Gilbert Arenas, Chris Middleton, Tony Kukoc, and Kyle Korver.
My team at the point guard, Mark Price, shooting guard, Manu, small forward, Michael Redd, power forward, Draymond Green, center, DeAndre Jordan, and my sixth man is Alex English.
I feel like my team is better than yours, for sure.
I disagree completely. Your team has no fit. You just threw a bunch of guys on the team. I have a team.
No. I could put my one.
Mark Price, DeAndre Jordan pick and roll, disgusting. Draymond Green, DeAndre Jordan defensive front court, disgusting. Michael
Redd,
Redd
is nasty. That spacing is nasty though.
And we're taking prime years. Draymond Green could shoot in his prime years. What are you saying?
Oh my god, yeah, 35%, 36%. That's cool. He was league average. What you mean?
Huh?
He was league average, but so what we got? Okay, so Marc Gasol and Jokic. Are you doubting they can fit on the floor? Because they definitely can. Can Marc Gasol and Jokic fit on the same floor? Yes or no?
Yeah, by the way, he shot 39% his best year, so please stop talking. Anyways.
Can Marc Gasol and Nikola Jokic fit on the same team?
I mean, who's your center?
Marc Gasol.
And you have Jokic playing power forward?
Yes. Point forward. Well, Gilbert Arenas was a bucket. Chris Middleton. Come on, bro. Chris Middleton, Gilbert Arenas, Marc Gasol, Jokic, Tony Kukoc.
Your point guard doesn't want to pass the basketball.
What you mean?
Your point guard just want to pass the basketball.
Bro, Jokic's my point guard. He's my point forward, bro. He's
Okay,
running
what
the
are we
offense.
doing, man? What are we doing,
He's running
man?
the offense. All right,
What are
y'all.
we
Let's
doing,
transition
man?
into the NFL. First thing we got, bro, what the heck? Hold on. Landing spots for DeAndre Hopkins, though. Let's hide that. All right. We got some landing spots for the DeAndre Hopkins. DeAndre Hopkins was released earlier this week by the Arizona Cardinals. So, where would you like to see DeAndre Hopkins play next season?
Biased Chicago. I'd love to see him in Chicago. It'd create an elite receiving core. Say what you want. We'd have two good tight ends. DJ Moore, DeAndre Hopkins, Darnell Mooney, Chase Claypool. Great receiving core. Realistically, it's probably not going to happen. We got DJ Moore to be our number one, so I'm not worried. Match made in heaven is the Kansas City Chiefs. I think KC should go out and get him. As much people want to say, their team's fine, right? Just won a Super Bowl with no really number one receiver. I think D-Hop should want to take a pay cut to go win a ring because he's played in Houston. He's played in Arizona. I love D-Hop. He's my favorite receiver all time. I wish I could see that guy playing a Super Bowl, playing an AFC championship, playing like some really meaningful games. I think with Patrick Mahomes, he could put the ball where literally only D-Hop can catch the ball. He's been injured. He's got suspended the past couple of years. His hands are still where they are. When he came back from his suspension last year, putting up great numbers with Kyler, putting up great numbers when Kyler got injured. He's still that guy from 2-3 years ago. So I hope D-Hop, I hope he goes to a contender. I want to see him compete. But probably top two are the most basic two in my eyes that I want to see him go to, and that's Buffalo and KC. I think they both provide the same. A quarterback who loves throwing the ball downfield, who can throw the ball very well. You get in KC or in Buffalo, you kind of get a little less coverage because you got Stephon Diggs and you got Gabe Davis on the other sides. So they have to draw coverage too. And KC, you're kind of the number one guy, so you'll match up against the number ones. But I don't know. He's really got whatever to pick from. But
he said earlier. Well, it came out that he wants a significant contract, so he would not be taking a pay cut. I don't think that's one. And two, I just give me like one team. Give me like one team specific, like one team specifically that your favorite spot for him.
Taking money out of the picture.
I mean, he wants a significant contract, so let's not do a team where who has to take a pay cut. Like the Chiefs is not realistic.
Because I see people saying the Cowboys still have money. I don't know how you go there. I don't know how you go there. So I mean, realistically, I guess I'd probably say Buffalo.
Okay, for me, I want DeAndre Hopkins to go join with Lamar Jackson over there on the Ravens. That'd be a perfect fit for him. I think Lamar Jackson would be an MVP type contender again this season if he had DeAndre Hopkins. It'd be his real first true number one. I like OBJ, but he's in his later years, his prime. DeAndre Hopkins is still one of the best receivers in the league. He has some of the best hands in the league. Still one of the big play receivers in the league. So him on the Ravens would be a crazy matchup, like crazy team. And I think adding DeAndre Hopkins to the Ravens will make them probably one of the better teams in AFC and an actual Super Bowl contender. I think they're at the cusp of that right now. But like adding DeAndre Hopkins to the Ravens team, definitely can see them win the Super Bowl. Definitely see Lamar Jackson winning MVP. Definitely can see the offense being one of the most dynamic in the league. So I would love to see DeAndre Hopkins on the Ravens. So that's my team for him. I would love to see probably like this. I've seen some rumors of like the Bills. That'd be amazing because DeAndre could get another receiving weapon for Josh Allen alongside Stephon Diggs, and I think he said he would love to go play with Josh Allen. And the interview he did with the
his top five, I think it was Mahomes, Allen, Hurts, Herbert. And
Philly would just be so unfair. I hope it doesn't happen.
Yeah, so I don't think they have enough money. I wouldn't get that. I don't want him to go to Dallas though. I don't want him to go to Dallas. Like
why not?
Because so I think where Stephon Diggs and Gabe Davis, right? He slides right in that number 2. I feel like Dallas is just way too much going on. I don't want him to be the big spotlights and stuff. I want him to just go do his own thing. Like, I don't know. I feel like first of all, I don't want Dak Prescott to be his quarterback. I want him to get a better quarterback than Dak Prescott. I get Dak Prescott, loves football, whatever. I want him to go to a place that, like, it's a top 5, whatever. I'd love to see him go to the Chargers. I don't think the Chargers got money, but I'd love to see him go to the Chargers because I think him and Justin Herbert could be one of the best duos in the league. But I really don't want him to go to Dallas. I don't really like Dallas.
That would be like having – I mean, D-Hop is a little bit different than Mike Williams, but that would be having like 3 Mike Williams on the same team, honestly.
Yeah, because you said the same thing about what's his name?
Quentin Johnston.
Johnston, yeah.
That would be having like 3 big play, like like 3 big play, 3 like jump ball receivers on the same team. I think DeAndre Hopkins is a little bit more than that. He has a little bit more to his game.
DeAndre Hopkins, I think, he's an everything receiver. Like,
yeah,
he can just literally do everything.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not the same as Mike Williams, but it's like they're having like I feel like they needed a speedster, which they didn't get. Quentin Johnson is the fast player, but they need like someone that can like take the top off the defense. They don't still have that. Getting DeAndre Hopkins wouldn't help. But that was a little segment about DeAndre Hopkins. I love to see him on the Ravens though. That would be crazy for like a dynamic offense with having J.K. Dobbins on the backfield and having DeAndre Hopkins, OBJ, Devin Duvernay, Mark Andrews. That's a crazy receiver.
Zay Flowers.
Bro, that would be insane. Yeah, I'm pushing. Hey, if they get that DeAndre Hopkins, I'm definitely betting on Lamar to win MVP. That would be insane.
I was gonna say let's hop into our AFCs and I'll talk about the Ravens first.
Hold on. That's not next. That's not next. We got a quarterback tier list going into the NFL, going into the season next year. So we're gonna be putting every single quarterback in a tier. Probably gonna rename these tiers. I think what we have is S, A, B, C, D, and F. What are we gonna do?
Take out F and put in Mahomes. Put Mahomes at the top. Take out the F tier. I'm sorry, no one's an F tier quarterback right now coming into the league. I think you got D tiers. I don't think you got an F tier.
Why not? It's definitely you gotta look at this list. It's definitely some F tier quarterbacks on here. Well,
hop into that. Make it live. Make it big or whatever.
Oh, you can't see it. Okay, I'm tripping.
Yeah, no, I can't see it. Sorry.
Okay, hold on. Let me see. Let me show y'all this. Share it. Boom, boom. I want to probably name this Mahomes.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Like Patrick Mahomes belongs in his own tier. He's the best quarterback in the league. I'm not gonna say it's not close, but it's not that close.
No, it's not close.
He's the best quarterback in the league. So,
do you want to rename this or just keep it A, B, C, D, F?
You got backups in here too. Oh, that makes a lot more sense.
Yeah,
I thought it was starters. My fault.
Backups. You can just put the backups. Do you want to put the rookies in D tier,
Yeah.
Rookies?
We can't have that many tiers. Nah, I mean, some rookies are in different tiers than other rookies.
No, not really.
I say do D.
You can't say that without seeing them play.
Do A, B, C, D. Do you have Bryce Young in the same tier as Will Levis?
We haven't seen him play though.
Still.
How do you even delete this?
I don't know.
There you go. I just deleted it. All right, rookies.
We should do at least A, B, C, D, or A, B, C, F.
Hey, this is A, B, C, D.
We should do more than 3 tiers though.
This is 4. You want to add one?
Yeah, because I don't know. Am I crazy to say
that? You just deleted one. Oh. Add a row below. So
do F or something. Or yeah, you can just straight to F.
I want to change the names, Max. Not just have it like
you could take Mahomes out. We can just consider him as the best quarterback in the league. Doesn't matter.
No, Mahomes is gonna have his own tier name. So Mahomes is a tier name.
There's got to be more than 3 tiers for ABC because rookies are gonna have all the rookies in it. You're not gonna put whatever Brock Purdy and rookies. You know what I mean?
Rookies.
A, B, C, D.
Bro, I'm gonna change the name though. So like
Pro Bowl QBs.
Nah, Pro Bowl is Tyler Huntley was Pro Bowl QB. I don't even know what I want to name.
All Pro.
All right, bro. We gonna just keep it A. We gonna keep it just ABC.
ABC. That's fine.
That's cool. That's cool. I was trying to be clever, and I can't be because I don't even nothing come to mind. All right, Mahomes. Let's find him. Where's my king? There you go. There he goes. Bro, I'm just trying to move him up. All right, Mahomes in the lead by himself, and I think after that it's going to be Joe Burrow for me personally. Right there at the A.
I got Herbert.
There's no way you can justify that, bro. There's no way he's not a second best. So you saying Justin Herbert is the second best quarterback in the league?
If I'm starting a career today, Justin Herbert's the second quarterback I take over Patrick Mahomes. But after Patrick Mahomes, if Patrick Mahomes is off the board, if there's a fantasy draft, I'm taking Justin Herbert second.
I guess, bro. All right, so third, I'm gonna have Josh
Allen.
What you mean?
I guess. I'm sorry.
I love Justin Herbert, but he's not better than he has not shown he's better than Joe Burrow. Joe Burrow has been to the AFC Championship and the Super Bowl in his first 2 years. Let's not do that.
Coaching a team.
Bro, his coaching is not all that. Zach Taylor is not all that, bro. Stop it, please.
Coaching a team. All right, let's go.
He had no offensive line. He had no.
Josh Allen, Justin Herbert, and Lamar Jackson are on this next tier, in my opinion. Do you agree? Guaranteed, just guaranteed. I think those 4 guys are all in there. Herbert's in there, and I think Lamar Jackson's in there.
I think Jalen Hurts has put himself in the second team.
I agree. I didn't think you'd agree with that, but I think we can order them up after. But Lamar and Jalen Hurts both deserve to be in that tier.
Lamar is better than Jalen Hurts.
So put them up there. I'm saying put them up there. Both those 2 guys deserve to be in A tier, I think.
Justin Herbert.
We can sort them out in a second. Just put the guys up there.
I'm trying to find them, first of all.
Lamar's first row. And
why can I
Hurts is a couple down. Hurts is whatever, 2 rows down. In the middle.
All right. These are probably all in the same tier. These are like the top 7 quarterbacks, 6 quarterbacks in the league.
So we got a couple guys left. We got scroll down a little bit to make sure I'm not missing anyone. We got Trevor Lawrence. You got Aaron Rodgers.
I think Trevor Lawrence is not in this tier yet.
I think he's top of B.
Yes.
I think he's.
I will have Aaron Rodgers next.
In B, yes, I agree. Let's see. Let me just make sure I'm not forgetting anybody. Okay, now it starts to get a little dicey.
So I don't think we got Aaron Rodgers and Trevor Lawrence next. So let's go right here.
So you got.
Let's put rookies right here, and then we're gonna put backups right here. All right, let's browse some names. We can figure out the tier names in a minute. But we know these 2 are gonna be backups. We know the first one gonna be Mahomes. Backups, Sam Darnold. He might start this year, for a while. But
Hendon Hooker's a backup.
Yeah, Hendon Hooker's a backup.
Jameis is unfortunately a backup.
I can't even find him.
Jameis at the bottom row next to Baker.
That's James Wilson right there.
Mariota's a backup.
Wait, okay. So I want to see you probably need to add more. Probably
That's
an
what I'm
average
saying.
starter. We have average starter. We need an average starter row. Okay. We're gonna put elite right here. That's crazy though, because bro. Starter. Rookie. Starter, rookie, then backups. We need something for this name. The name right here is
great. Pro Bowl.
Bro, Pro Bowl would be crazy. I don't even want to name it that. Gardner Minshew is a backup. I think
you got on the bottom. You got Marcus Mariota as a backup. Zach Wilson's a backup.
Starter, gonna put him. Gino, I feel like he's in that B tier at this moment. But I think he's a little bit lower than Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's how I said we need one more tier in between. I don't think starter's one of them. I think we just need A, B, C, D.
Yeah, what did I just do?
You moved it somehow.
Okay, there you go. Add a row below.
A, B, C, D of people. Whoa, 2 rows?
I just added too many.
This is bad.
All right, okay. I don't know what to name it, though. I think Gino is right here, though. A little bit lower than him. Elite. Trevor Lawrence couldn't be elite next year. That's the thing. But, okay. Man.
All pro. Yeah, it's 2 ABC.
Yeah, all pro, whatever.
Elite.
Elite and all pro, I feel like it's the same thing, bro.
Very good. Geno Smith in the good tier. Good. Geno Smith in good. And then Mac Jones in the average tier. Not even good starter, just good.
He's a good quarterback. Starter.
Yeah. I'd say
rookies
average.
And backups.
Do average for rookie, for starter. Because they're all starters above him, just average.
All right. Okay. Now that we got this together, we can proceed on. All right. So, very good. That's Trevor Lawrence and Aaron Rodgers. And we got to make Aaron Rodgers get up in age. But he's still he can win you a Super Bowl. Still in my eyes.
Yeah.
Why did I just think this was 2 Mac Joneses, bro?
What's his name? That's
Bailey Zappi.
Bailey Zappi.
Is this Jordan Love?
Is that Filippo Franks next to him? I don't know. I hate the
Bro,
Packers.
who is
I kind of
this?
like. Is that Felipe Franks?
Who is this, bro? Okay. Is this Taylor? Is it
Taysom Hill.
Taysom Hill? Taysom Hill.
He's a backup. Taysom Hill's a
I
backup.
think he's average.
Taysom Hill.
You think
Matt Stafford's a tough one. I'm sorry. Healthy.
I think Matt Stafford next year would be good.
Yeah, I think he could be very good, but his team sucks.
Backup.
Mike White's a backup. All these guys are backups. Cooper Rush backup.
Why do they even have these people on here? Who is this? These two people.
They're
Is
backup.
that Desmond Ridder?
No, Desmond Ridder's at the bottom.
Oh yeah,
They're both backups. I think it's a Florida jersey. That's why I think it's Felipe Franks.
Is he a rookie?
Nah, he's been in the league. He's a backup for Tampa, I think. Let me make sure.
No, that's not him. That's Kyle Trask. Kyle Trask is the backup for Tampa. Justin Fields. Fields is interesting.
I think it's Felipe. Am I crazy? That looks a lot like Felipe Frank.
So Justin Fields is a tough one. I think Justin Fields will be a good starter next year. I think that's a reasonable explanation for him.
I think he could be very good. Anyways.
I don't know, but he's not going to be on the same level with Trevor Lawrence or Aaron Rodgers next year, in my opinion.
He could be.
No.
I think you pushed Tua very good. If he's healthy, he's very good.
Tua and Trevor Lawrence are not in the same tier of player. I'm sorry.
There should have been one more.
Another tier?
So that's not like who else are we putting in there?
I think that's about it though. Very good. I mean,
so everyone else is just falling into the category of average
or good. I think Tua is good.
Dax and good.
Tua is in the same. Tua is in the same tier. Now we can like put him.
Dax and good.
Yeah, we're not gonna act like Tua is not in the same tier as these other guys.
Russell Wilson's in good.
Yeah, Russell Wilson is in good.
Kyler Murray's in good.
He's not playing next year, but we'll put him in good.
Yeah.
I think Trey Lance could be above average next year, but we haven't seen it, so I'm gonna put him in
Zach
average.
Wilson's a backup. Colt McCoy's a backup. We don't have to put in all the backups. You can just delete that. We don't even have to put all the backups in.
Yeah,
There's so many backups.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Derek Carr would be a good quarterback next year.
I think Derek Carr would be good on the Saints.
It gotta be some average.
Desmond
Ritter will be average.
Put Jacoby Brissett in average. He's not even the starter. I think he's good.
Where is he playing? In
Washington.
Why would he not be the starter?
Sam Howell's a starter. They've talked about that, I feel like, this offseason. They're trying to start Sam Howell. That's the guy 2 over from him next to Will Levis.
I don't even know what Will Levis look like, bro.
Third guy. Literally third guy. No, I'm sorry. Kirk Cousins, bump him down to average.
No, he's not average. Stop it. No, he's a good quarterback. He's Derek Carr, the same player.
I would rather have every single person on that list before Kirk Cousins.
Hey, no, stop disrespecting Kirk, bro. He's not average, bro.
I'm sorry, he's a Michigan State grad, but I still would rather have every single quarterback on the list before Kirk Cousins.
Stop disrespecting Kirk Cousins like that.
Sam Howell is a starter.
I think David Mills will be back up next year.
Kenny Pickett's his average. He's a starter. Daniel Jones is good.
I personally think Kenny Pickett could be good next year, though. He's not in the same tier as the other players.
Daniel Jones. Put him up there.
Where's Daniel Jones?
5. Him.
Same tier as Kirk Cousins.
We can even it out when we get up there. That's Sam Howell. Put Sam Howell in average because he's going to start.
Yep. Who is this? Bro?
I don't know.
This is Will Levis right here.
Put Bryce Young. Yeah.
He can start. He might start next year.
That doesn't matter. He's still rookies. Baker's going to start. He's going to start.
Oh, he is?
Baker's going to start for Tampa.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
He will be at the bottom of average, but he's starting. Jared Goff, put him in good.
Where is that man?
Second to last guy next to Marcus Mariota. Yeah.
I think we gonna probably like switch around.
He's at the bottom of good, but he's good.
Bryce Young is being a rookie. Is this this is
Max,
that one dude?
Max Duggan. No. Oh, over there in the purple jersey. Max Duggan. Throw him in rookie.
Max Duggan's not playing, bro.
I'm sorry, he's a rookie though.
But he's gonna be a backup. I have Henry Hooker in backup. Do you want to put him in a rookie?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah.
Okay.
Stetson Bennett could actually he could get some minutes.
That's him?
He's the one in the tie. coat and
Oh,
tie.
that's him.
I feel like
lie.
if what's his name? If Stafford gets injured, he could get some minutes.
Maybe.
Jimmy G's the starter.
Jimmy G's average.
Yeah, barely.
Oh, so you saying he should be below average?
Yeah, that's what I was saying. That's why I was saying we should go below average because I would not put Desmond Ridder and Sam Howell in the same conversation as Kenny Pickett.
All right, we can make another one. I swear I had two. You said I had too many.
No, he good. Below average.
All right, hold on. Below, I'm about to put below average starter. And you don't have to be starting for your team to be a below average starter. You just like you could be a backup and if you would start on certain teams. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, so put Andy Dalton in that. No, I'm kidding.
Average starter. Do I need to put a space or something right here? Like,
yeah, I don't know why it's like that.
What, bro?
You can just put below average. It's not even need to be starter.
Oh my god, it didn't work. Oh, that worked. All right.
Throw Sam Howell under there.
Bro, what is looks weird though?
Yeah, I don't know what you did, man.
That's cool. Below average.
So go to the average starter tier.
Okay.
Let's throw Sam Howell in there. Let's throw I think Jacoby Brissett should stay. Yeah, you could throw Baker down there. One of the San Fran quarterbacks gotta go. I'll say it's Trey Lance.
Why are there two of them right here?
Yeah, we got the Trey Lance in the below average.
I don't want to just put Trey Lance in there. That's kind of crazy. You haven't seen him play.
Yeah, but Brock Purdy actually led him to wins. Trey Lance lost to the Bears.
It was raining that day.
I don't care. Justin Fields still came up on top. Don't put Taysom Hill in below average. He's not a good quarterback. I honestly would you put Teddy Two Gloves in there?
Yeah, like Teddy's is a decent starter.
Gardner Minshew, maybe. Put Jameis in below average. Jameis Winston is still a below average quarterback. He's not a backup yet. No,
I think Cooper Rush, by that logic, has to be. Or
I don't think so. Nope. Stop there. Ryan Tannehill. Ryan Tannehill's below average.
He sucks. Oh my god.
Ryan Tannehill's below average. Ryan Tannehill's below average.
He might get released, bro. I think
Baker
is worse than all these, but besides Desmond Ridder, we haven't even seen him play yet.
All the rest of those guys are all backups. Just you can throw them all in backups. Matt Ryan's not. He's not even in the NFL right now. He's working for CBS or something.
Yeah, that's insane.
Call me crazy. Drew Lock is a below average quarterback.
Drew Lock will not be moving out of backup, sir. I'm sorry, he's not.
All right, let's yeah. Let's go from the top.
Second, third, fourth. I'll argue he's fifth, sixth. I think it's listed 6, 7, 8. That's valid for me.
So there can't be two quarterbacks and very good, but I don't know who else is making that jump.
Neither one of these players are very good.
All right, well let's sort this out. Is Tua the 8th best quarterback or 9th best quarterback in the league?
I think next year you can make a case he will be if he's healthy. Like I can see him being better than Geno. I can see him being better than Dak. I can see him better being Stafford.
Can we please put Fields at? I don't even know. I was gonna say Fields at Stafford. Should put Kyler ahead of Russ. Healthy Kyler's better than Russ.
Yeah, but I don't know. He's not playing next year.
I'm just saying we're going based off of how they play.
I think Jared Goff is better than Daniel Jones. I'm not.
Daniel Jones. Put Kirk Cousins at the end of this list. I'm sorry. Please put Kirk Cousins at the end of this list.
Well, I guess.
I think Daniel Jones is better than Jared Goff.
I don't think so. So what evidence?
Huh?
On what evidence you get? Like he's better than him last year. Jared Goff's better than Daniel Jones last year. Yes or no?
I don't know. Daniel Jones low-key decent as hell last year.
He was fine, but Jared Goff was like 27-9 or like 29-7 or something.
Jared Goff had the best offensive line in the league. He had a good receiving core, good running backs. I'm sorry, he has like one of the best.
He had a decent receiving core. It was Amon-Ra and T.J. Hockenson left, so I don't know who are you talking about.
Amon-Ra. He had Josh Reynolds who played well. He had Jameson Williams come back.
James Williams came back and did absolutely nothing. Kenny Pickett's probably gonna be better on the average starter list, unless you want to move Jimmy Garoppolo. I think he's better than all these people on here. I think Jimmy Garoppolo's better than Mac Jones.
No, please put Jordan Love higher. I'm sorry, I think Jordan Love's gonna be good. He hasn't even played football though.
Yeah, someone put him
Put him
there.
behind. Yeah, put him behind. Am I crazy to say Jacoby Brissett's better than both San Fran quarterbacks?
No, that's not crazy.
I think Jacoby
Not
Brissett's like a
crazy.
decent. He played well with the Browns last year.
He
I think
was.
Jacoby Brissett's a decent quarterback.
Below average. I think Jameson Williams is better. Not Jameson Williams. James Winston.
I don't mind James. I think low-key
Baker's going to be at the end of the list.
No, Baker played well for the Rams. Put Baker ahead of Sam Howell.
Bro, stop.
What has Sam Howell done? Baker at least won some games for the Rams.
No, I'm saying don't act like he played well. He did not play well. Stop it.
He did.
The backups, I'm not organizing backups.
Organize the rookies. Leave. Are we organize the rookies or no?
Bryce, my boy Bryce up there. This is probably the correct order.
Put Will Levis ahead of AR. Put Hendon Hooker above it. I think Anthony Richardson is not gonna. I don't think this year's gonna be.
What? Will Levis above AR? Are you serious?
Like the whole point of him is being a project quarterback. I don't think
he's gonna be better than AR. He's gonna be better than Will Levis. Will Levis sucks. Stop it.
I don't know. I think this year, if they both get time, I think Will Levis could be ahead of him just because his floor is so much higher, but his ceiling is so much higher. This is going to
be our NFL tier list going into next season. Let us know if we got anything wrong. Let us know if you don't agree with anything. That's our NFL tier list going into next season. I hope you guys can see it because it was hard for me to see.
It's blurry.
Yeah, blurry. But anyways, that was our NFL tier list. Let's move on into NFL record predictions for the NFC North. Going into next season. Let me edit this because it says NFL North.
Let me go first.
What team are you doing first?
The Baltimore Ravens.
All right. We're gonna do record predictions for the Baltimore Ravens next season.
I'm very big on the Ravens this year. I will live and die by this team. I'm not a Ravens fan by any means, but I think this team could be very, very good. So going into week 1, they play Houston. Win. Going into week 2, they play at Cincinnati. Loss. But then they go on a really nice win streak. You go and play in Indianapolis. You play Indianapolis at home. Week 3. Win. Cleveland away. Win. Week 5 at Pittsburgh. Win. Week 6 at Tennessee or at home against Tennessee. Win. Week 7 at home versus Detroit. Win. Week 8 at Arizona. Win. Now Seattle you got in November at home. That's another win. So what? We're going into week 10 with a 1-1, 2-1, 3-1, 4-1, 5-1, 6-1, 7-1, 8-1. 8-1. And you're going home to play the Cleveland Browns. That's a win. You're sitting at 9-1 going into week 11. You can't say I'm wrong. I'm sorry. You can't say I'm wrong. You got 2 games. You got maybe Detroit. You got maybe Seattle. But you 2 home games. I'm sorry. So those 2 wins. Then you go into a little streak right here. You play against the Bengals again. I'm sorry, loss. Then you go to LA to play the Chargers. That's a loss. It's all good. You're 9-3. You're sitting pretty going into week 14 where you play LA. That's a win. The biggest game of the year, I think, is going into Jacksonville. You're competing with Cincinnati for the number 1 seed in your conference, whatever. You're competing for the division. I think they go into Jacksonville and get a win. Now you go against San Francisco, over in San Francisco. I think that's a loss. And then I think you end with 2 more wins at home against Miami and Pittsburgh. So I have them very high going, just making sure. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 3, 10-3. 11-3, 11-4, 13-4 on the season, which honestly should probably lock up the division for them. So I got the Ravens going 13-4. That's what I'm saying. I think it can definitely work. You got a good receiving core set up around you. Lamar Jackson's back. I think he's better than ever. I think he's motivated now more than ever. You got Roquan Smith locking up the defense. You still have a good secondary. I think that Baltimore will be on a path to success. Schedule's not that bad. You play a lot of easy teams. You get Tennessee. You get Arizona. You get Indianapolis. You have tough games at Jacksonville, Miami. A little bit of tricky games with Detroit and Seattle, but you play those at home. Play Miami at home. I really do think that Baltimore can have a huge bounce back this year after having a heartbreak loss last year. I could definitely see them going, 13-4. What you think?
Yeah, I mean, I'm very high on Baltimore. I said they could be contenders, and we did that NFL tier list after the draft. They had a good draft. Got Jay Flowers, a position of need. They got Lamar Jackson re-signed, which is good. Hopefully, he'll be healthy this year. Got Odell Beckham, and still have potential to get someone like DeAndre Hopkins with even push their ceiling even higher come playoff time. And they still have one of the best defenses in the league. So I think they'll bode well for them. And Lamar Jackson's time on the field, they're one of the best teams. Like they're like a 75% percentage when he's on the field.
What do you think about record though? You think 13-4 is realistic?
I can see them going 13-4. I don't disagree with anything you said. All right. I'm going to predict the Cincinnati Bengals record for next season. Week 1 against the Browns, 1-0. They take the win. Oh no. They're away. Ooh. Okay. Week 1 against the Browns at the Browns home. That's an 0-1 loss. Week 2. Wait, what? Wait a minute. See. Paycor Stadium, is that the Bengals Stadium? Because why do they have it like this? Levi Stadium. Yeah. Okay. Paycor Stadium. That's home. Okay. I'm assuming that's home. All right. Let me restart that. My bad. Week 1 at the Browns, 0-1. Week 2 at the Bengals, that's 1-1. Week 3 at home against the Rams, that's 2-1. Week 4 at Tennessee, that's 3-1. Week 5 at the Cardinals, that's 4-1. Week 6 at the Bengals at home, that's 5-1. Week 8, they got a bye. Week 8 against the 49ers, that is 6-2. Would that be 6-2 or 7-2?
I don't know.
That's 7 game.
Just write it out. I wrote mine out.
Okay, hold on. 1, 2, 3. 3-1 against the Titans. 4-1 against the Cardinals. 5-1 against the Seahawks. Okay. Week 8, it'll be 5-2 against the 49ers. They're going to lose that. Week 9, it'll be 6-2 against the Bills. That's at home. Week 10, it's at home against the Texans. It's going to be 7-2. Week 11, at the Ravens. That's going to be 7-3. They lose that one. Week 12, at home against the Steelers. That's going to be 8-3. Week 13 at the Jaguars. I'm gonna do 8-4. Week 14 at home against the Colts, 9-4. Week 15 at home against the Vikings, 10-4. Week 16 at the Steelers, 10-5. Week 17 at the Chiefs, 10-6. Week 18 at home against the Browns, 11-6. I think the Bengals go 11-6 next year, especially since they lost Jesse Bates. I didn't really like that. They signed Orlando Brown. I don't know how much I like that. He's considered one of the best O-linemen in the NFL, but I don't really agree with that because I think he led a lot of sacks up for Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is so great that he avoided him. But he wasn't one of the best offensive lines in the NFL last year. So, you think I'm good, or do I need to re-say
it? Maybe re-say it. Yeah, it's a little confusing. I thought you were talking about the Browns for a second.
No, I was talking about the Bengals.
I know. I caught it at the end. Don't worry. But I thought you were talking about the Browns, and then you said the Browns, so I got confused. But yeah, I don't know. I think you could be a little low. But I guess we'll see. 11-6 for a Bengals team seems kind of low, but I guess we don't really know.
That's probably gonna be a wild card. I mean, you don't think the Ravens can win the division?
Yeah, I think the Ravens can win the division. Don't get me wrong, but it's crazy to say, "Oh yeah, Cincinnati can get a wild card spot," but only one team can win. So,
all right. So,
you want me to do mine? You want to do yours next, or no?
I'm gonna redo this one.
Repeat it again.
All right. Let me see. That's preseason. Week 1 against the Browns at the Brown Stadium. That's going to be 0-1. Week 2 at home against the Ravens is going to be 1-1. Week 3 at home against the Rams is going to be 2-1. Week 4 away against the Titans is going to be 3-1. Week 5 against the Cardinals at the Cardinal Stadium. That's going to be 4-1. Week 6 at home against the Seahawks, going to be 5-1. Week 8 against the 49ers at the 49ers home, that's going to be 5-1. 5-2. Week 9 against the Bills at home is going to be 6-2. Week 10 against the Texans at home is going to be 7-2. Week 11 away against the Ravens is going to be 7-3. Week 12 at home against the Steelers is going to be 8-3. Week 13 against the Jaguars away is going to be 8-4. Week 14 at home against the Colts is going to be 9-4. Week 15 against the Vikings at home is going to be 10-4. Week 16 at the Steelers is going to be 10-5. Week 17 is going to be 10-6 against the Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. Week 18 against the Browns at home is going to be 11-6. So I got them splitting with the Browns. I got them splitting with the Steelers, and I got them splitting with the Ravens. I can see that's possible. I think they lose at least one game against all of those people. The Steelers they had an amazing draft. They have an amazing defense if they're healthy. Kenny Pickett could take some strides, and they could probably get one. Mike Tomlin could get one. He's not going to lose both games. You're muted.
Thank you. Appreciate it. I'm going to predict the Steelers record for the upcoming season. I'm not as high as the Steelers as you are, so we'll get into it. Week 1 versus San Francisco at home, that's a loss. Week 2 versus Cleveland at home, that's a win. Week 3 versus the Raiders in Vegas, that's a loss. Week 4 versus Houston, that's a win. Week 5 versus Baltimore, that's a loss. So I got them going 2-3 through their first 5 weeks. I have them beating LA, then losing to Jacksonville. Then I have them coming home against Tennessee with a win. Then with a 3-game losing streak with Green Bay, Cleveland, and Cincinnati. I think they dropped 3. I don't want to. I don't know. I'm kind of high. I kind of like what Green Bay's doing. I think I got this weird feeling that Jordan Love's going to be good and that they're not going to take a step away. So I think that I think Green Bay will be pretty good. And I see them losing in Cleveland and in Cincinnati. I think you split those. Then I have them going against the Cardinals and winning, losing to the Patriots, beating the Colts, and then I actually have them beating Cincinnati as well. I think they'll split that season series with them before they lose 2 games in Seattle and in Baltimore. So in total, I have them going 7-10. Mike Tomlin's first losing season. I don't see a lot of these games that could be tossed up. Maybe they could beat New England. Maybe they could beat Green Bay and get a winning record. But I don't think they beat San Francisco. I guess maybe beat Las Vegas. But I don't think they're better than San Francisco. I don't think they're better than Baltimore, Jacksonville. I think I'm being generous giving a game to Cincinnati. I don't think they're better than Seattle or Baltimore again. So I could see them easily going 7-10. At worst, 6-11. Sorry, not at worst. I could see them going 6-11. I'm not high on the Steelers. I think their team's good. Offensively, Kenny Pickett's just not there yet. And especially with some of the defenses in their division. The Browns have a good defense. The Ravens have a good defense. The Bengals, but I think it's going to be tough to win some of these games, especially with some of the defenses they have to play against. I'm not super high. It's here, so I have them going 7-10.
I could definitely see the Steelers going 9-8 or something like that because I just feel like year in year out, Mike Tomlin gets it done. Hasn't had a losing season yet. His team got better than last year, so I don't know how they're gonna get worse than last year. Even though they got better, I know the teams in the
because everyone else got better.
Yeah, the Bengals did not get much better. They're not.
But they're still They were a better team last year. They're a better team this year than the Steelers were this year.
They split, right? Yeah, am I wrong? They
definitely split. I think maybe
they did not sweep them, so they split. Yes.
So that's what I'm saying. Like I think I don't know. Joe Burrow's I get it. Kenny Pickett's a year older too, but Joe Burrow's a year older. I think was Jamar Chase have an injury that game? Jamar Chase was injured for a good part of last year.
I don't know.
I'm not going to say that's the only reason they won, but I think that Cleveland got better. I think that Baltimore got better for sure. The Bengals are still the team to beat no matter what happens. They're still the top dogs in that division. They've won in the past 2 years. So I do think the Steelers are on the outside looking in. So.
All right, I'm going to predict the records for the Cleveland Browns next season. Week 1 against the Bengals at home, I got them winning that game, going 1-0. Week 2 against the Steelers, I had them losing that 1-1. Week 3 against the Titans, I got them winning that, so that's 2-1. Week 3 at home against the Ravens. Week 4 at home against the Ravens, I got them winning that. They're going 3-1 in the first 4 games. Then they have a bye week, week 5. Week 6, they play San Francisco at home. That's gonna be a tough one. So what are they right now? Before this game, they have 1 loss against the Steelers away, so they're 3-1. So week 6 against San Francisco at home, I got them dropping that, going to 3-2. Week 7 at Indianapolis, I got them winning that, so they're gonna be 4-2. Week 8 at Seattle, I can see them losing that, so that drops them to 4-3. Week 9 against Arizona at home, I got them winning that, so that's gonna be 5-3. Week 10, I got at Baltimore, dropping that 5-4. Week 11 versus Steelers at home, 6-4. Week 12, at Denver Broncos, I can see them winning that game, 7-4. Week 13 at Los Angeles, I can see them winning that, 8-4. Week 13 Week 14 against Jacksonville at home, I can see them winning that. What are they pushing them up to? Week 14, they'll be 9-4, right?
9-4.
9-4. So they'll take them to 9-4.
I don't know if they're beating Jacksonville. I'm sorry.
They're home. I'm gonna give them the edge because it's a toss-up game.
No, it's not. Jacksonville's better.
Do you see the Browns defense?
Jacksonville's better than Cleveland.
I mean, bro. If Deshaun Watson returns back to what he once was, which we could probably see, I didn't even see him on that tier list, which is crazy.
Yeah, that's true. He was on the tier list.
Bro, they didn't put him on there.
Jacksonville's better. I'm sorry, Jacksonville's better.
I mean, I can see them winning it though. I'm not changing my pick. So what that puts them at 10-4 going into week 15.
9-4. You said 9-4.
No, they 10-4 because it's going into week 15. They have to be 10-4 because 9-4 wouldn't make sense at 13 games. 10-4 going into week 15.
10-4. Sorry, I think 10-4.
So okay, week 15 against the Bears, I got them winning that, 11-4. And then week 16 against the Texans, I got them winning that, 12-4. Week 17 at home against the Jets, I got them losing that, 12-5. Wait, no, 11-5. My bad, because they can't be 11. They can't be 12-5. That's 17 games. Yeah. So wait. Houston. Okay. So yeah. 11-5. So week 17, there'll be 11-5. Yeah. 16 game. All right. So I got them losing against the Jets, 11-5. And then losing at Cincinnati, 11-6. I can see the Browns going 11-6. The Browns are going 11-6 next year. I'm trying to tell you.
No,
last game of the year, they lose to the Cincinnati Bengals.
There's no way that there are 3 10-win teams in this division. I'm sorry.
They can't be.
I'm just saying, if there's 3 10-win teams in the division, it's the AFC North. Or sorry, it's the AFC East, not the AFC North. Sorry, AFC East.
I mean,
I'm just saying, I get it. Statistically, yes, there could be 3 teams with 10 wins. I don't think it's this one. I think the Bengals and the Ravens are here. I think the Browns are here, and I think the Steelers are down here. I think there's a drop-off.
Browns have one of the best rosters in the NFL.
That's fine. What happened last year when they had the best roster in the NFL? I get it.
They did not have one of the best rosters in the NFL.
So
their offense was terrible.
What was the changes?
They got a lot of pieces on the defense side of the ball. I don't remember exactly who, but I know they were high level.
Their defense is good last year.
The defense was I want to say mediocre. The secondary did not play. The secondary did not play well last year.
Maybe I'm dumb, but I don't think there's not much of a change. They still got Amari Cooper.
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't think it's much of a change. Let me go to the Browns because it's been a while since we talked football, so I really don't know.
David Njoku. I think David Njoku is one of the best players on that roster. I think David Njoku is a very good football player. You still got Nick Chubb. You did not trade Kareem Hunt. You got a great O-line. Don't get me wrong, but they underperformed last year, and I get it. It's because whatever Deshaun Watson didn't have time to gel into the offense or whatever. But like I don't know. I don't.
They just signed Zadarius Smith, bro.
That's cool, man. Zadarius
Don't
Smith.
say that's cool. Zadarius Smith is good. What are you talking about?
That's cool.
Who else they signed?
I don't know.
This is draft stuff, so I don't want to go. Okay.
The fact you don't even know who they signed should tell you.
Bro, I don't know. No. They literally got they signed they got Elijah Moore. They got who else they get? I'm looking for somebody. Release Jadeveon Clowney. They agreed to terms with Agbonia Akonro.
You don't even know who that is.
That's the dude from the Texans. He was good last year. I know what I'm talking about, bro.
You don't even know who that is.
Can I get a
Stop it? They finished 4th in the AFC North. They finished worse than the Steelers last year.
Bro, they weren't. Listen, man. They drafted DeJuan Jones. Very good draft signing. They got Cedric Tillman. You know what I'm saying? They got a lot of. They got Zadarius Smith. Zadarius Smith makes him one of the best.
They had a good defense last year. They had a good defense.
It was not a good defense. It was middle to back. Literally middle pack defense last year. It was not a good defense. It's saying that because of they had one of the best.
You're just saying they got a good defense.
I just said Zadarius Smith.
They signed a couple people.
Zadarius Smith is tough. What are you talking about, bro? Like, come on, dude.
He was what? He was.
DeJuan Jones is a great draft pick.
Because he was on a terrible Vikings defense. Of course, he's got to get.
He was good on Green Bay. What are we talking about right now?
Yeah, how many years ago was Green Bay? Wasn't Green Bay a couple years ago for him?
2 years ago. What are you talking about? What do you mean? Last year, the
year before last, he was on Green Bay.
Huh?
He was on Minnesota last year, right?
Yes, and the year before that, he was on Green Bay. He was good on Green Bay. He was good on the Vikings. You got to put some respect on they got a Zadarius Smith. They upgraded defense in this offseason, and they upgraded their offense this offseason. Elijah Moore
is the third option.
Yes, that's a good third option to have. What are you talking about?
I'm just saying, a third option is gonna jump.
Donald Jones.
He's been
Amari Cooper. Donovan Jones was good last year, and they didn't play a full season. So you give Deshaun Watson. You give Deshaun Watson a full offseason. You give Deshaun Watson a full offseason with a full training camp with this team. He's gonna bounce back. I believe in my boy. I believe in him.
Hold on, how many?
They improved more than the Bengals for sure.
Okay, cool. The Bengals made the AFC Championship last year.
Okay, and they got us to do it again. Because the defense is much worse than it was. It's gonna be much worse than it was last year. I can tell you that.
Okay, so wait, what do you got him finishing this year?
11-6, which I don't think is crazy.
So you think 4 wins is gonna come from Elijah Moore? 4 wins is gonna come from Elijah
Moore.
No,
I think 4 wins is gonna come from the schedule I just read. Because what you mean? Like what teams? What go look at their schedule and see what games.
I'm doing it. First of all, you had them beating Jacksonville. They're not beating Jacksonville. You had them losing to the Jets. You have them beating the Bengals, right? One time.
1-1, yes.
That's not happening this year.
They're getting swept.
Call me crazy.
No, you're insane. They're not getting swept. What are you talking about?
Call me crazy.
They have the better coach. Their roster is better than theirs as well.
Crazy. Chicago is beating the Browns. Chicago is beating the Browns this year. You can laugh at me all you want. Chicago is beating the Browns this year. I'm not worried.
That's the key with it in the episode because you're talking crazy already, bro.
Stop. So hold on, wait. So you got them losing how many losses?
6.
And so you got them splitting it with Baltimore and Cincinnati?
Yes, I can see that happening.
Losing 2 against Baltimore. 2 against Baltimore.
Why are they losing 2 against Baltimore? Like, why do I have to be losing 2 against Baltimore? I don't know where you're getting that from. They're not losing 2. Like
Baltimore's.
Do you know how? Like, it's not often that people get swept in a division against teams.
That's cool. That's awesome.
That division is the closest in the NFL, arguably between that and the AFC East.
No, the NFC North is the closest. We're the closest division of football.
Well, I guess, but
I'm not. Yeah, we're not good. We're just the closest. Like that'll be the one that everyone.
No, I think the Lions are gonna be clearly the best team in the league in the division.
I mean, I think some people will say the Vikings. I think the Vikings will be bad this year, but we're not gonna get into that. So you got them a loss against San Francisco.
Yes.
I think they lose to Jacksonville. They lose to the Jets. That's 3, and I think they got 3 losses. I don't know who else you said they lose to. I think they got 3 easy losses to Cincinnati. I think they lose 3 of the 4 games against Cincinnati's and Baltimore's.
So you got them going what 10-7?
I probably going 9-8 or 8, 9-8, 8-9.
8-9. All right, bro. We gonna see, bro. You trolling, bro. Like, there's no way they're going 8-9.
I'm very serious.
Where are they getting 9 losses from, bro? What are you talking about?
Yeah, you can laugh at me all you want.
Where are you getting 9 losses from, bro?
So if you want to split all of them, so they lose to Pittsburgh, lose to Cincinnati, they lose 2 to Baltimore, in my opinion. So that's 4.
They're not losing to Baltimore.
That's cool. You lose to New York, that's 5. Jacksonville, 6.
They can beat the Jets.
Seattle, 7. San Fran, 8.
They're not losing. They can beat Seattle.
That is 8 losses already. That's 8 losses. I'm not even sweating those 8 losses.
They can beat the Seattle. They can beat Seattle. That's a toss-up game.
You got Denver, who I think could be sneaky good this year. You got Chicago.
Not losing Chicago. Not losing Chicago at all. Not losing Chicago. Not losing the Broncos. What are you talking about, bro? And they might not lose to Seattle either.
We should have done this as a discussion instead of just us going off. We should have just done it as a discussion.
We could have. I mean,
losses. But I don't know. I think it's division. I think there's clear top 2 dogs, and I think you got tiers down low.
I guess. I mean, your Ravens or the Bengals are the best team in the league, but in the West Coast, I think. So what did I have the Bengals at? Probably 11-6 as well.
11-6, 11-6. I had the Ravens at 13-4, and I had the Steelers at 7-10.
Yeah, the Ravens probably won't go 13-4. I see why you have them at 13-4. You got them sweeping. You got them sweeping the Browns, and probably you got them sweeping the Steelers, don't you too?
Yeah, I think so. Let me make sure.
Yeah, come on, dude. That's not happening. This has been the most tough.
Hold on, stop. You just said, yeah, I could see him going 13-4 when I said it. So I don't want to hear that.
I didn't know it was sweeping.
I don't want to hear that.
I didn't know it was sweeping both the teams. Like,
no,
dude,
they have a pretty stop. They have a pretty easy schedule.
They in division though, they're not sweeping.
So I think they lose in San Francisco. Right. So the Ravens have the tough games. They have 2 games against Cincinnati. They play Seattle, who I think they're better than. Play the Chargers, the Jaguars, the Dolphins, the Niners. I think they beat the Dolphins because they're at home. I think they beat Jacksonville. I think they're better than Jacksonville. They lose to San Fran, so I gave them a loss to San Fran. I gave them a loss to LA. They're both they're both away games. So 2 losses there, and then I gave them a split against Cincinnati, and I think I gave them a split against. No, I had them losing Cincinnati twice. Never mind. I had them losing Cincinnati twice. I tweaked, I think. I don't remember, but I have them going 13-4.
Yeah, I doubt it. They're not losing. They're not
12-5. 12-5 is more realistic, but I still think 12-5 is kind of easy. What's their over/under win? Let me see.
It's probably like 11.
Baltimore Ravens over/under wins. What do you think it's at? 11?
8. I see
8.5.
8.5. Yeah, that's insane.
Give me the over. I'm slamming the over. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's insane.
They got an easy schedule too.
Jeez. Yeah, you could. That's probably like 100% bet win for sure.
It's a money bet.
All right, yeah, man. Long. Well, not long episode. Decent long episode. I think it was a good episode. Gonna have a lot of TikToks. Gonna have a lot of. I'm probably gonna put some segments out from this episode. I was slacking on doing that. We're about to drop. We're gonna drop a. What was that video we did that I did not drop yet? Jesus, bro.
With Jay Davis.
No, I dropped that episode. I'm thinking about the video because I got a thumbnail made that I have not dropped. It was that quiz. I want to drop that quiz that we did. I want to drop that quiz. First overall picks. I'm gonna drop that. Probably drop that I'll probably drop that. I'll probably drop that on Tuesday or Wednesday.
Cool.
So we gonna see about that. But follow all of our social medias. The Real Tit for Tat on Twitter, Tit for Tat Podcast on TikTok, Tit for Tat on TikTok. I mean Instagram. You know, it's right there. You see it. Follow us, man. We constantly growing on TikTok, especially. We have 1,163 followers right now, so we about to hit 1,200 soon. Continue supporting the podcast. We are stuck at 230 something subscribers. I'm trying to get out of that. It's very depressing. Subscribe if you see this. Like, do not go past this if you see this. Subscribe, please and thank you. But that's gonna be in the end of the episode, though. See y'all later.